I could say too, that reminded me of when Jerusalem was sacked, cannibalism and things. Because like Candace Owens, she was saying how the Native Americans, in so many ways, it didn't matter because they were cannibals. You know, she tried to say it was the fact that they were cannibals and everything like that. And they were basically inhumane and savages. So that gave her the justification to take down the Gad.
That's fake news anyway. Yeah,
that black bitch is through.
Who said that?
Candace Owens.
We're gonna smoke that bitch.
You can't be a conservative.
She's married to an Edomite.
Black bitch, yeah.
She's married to an Edomite. That says it all. The only reason she gets a fucking voice. Also, I got something for her.
Yeah, the brother wanna step up?
It's like that one. What the Edomite say? Burn the flag, burn a jig.
Burn the black man.
Oh, we freed you. You're making us feel unthankful. Fucking devils.
Listening over there, man.
Somebody like particularly like it.
It's Isaiah chapter 5, start at 11. Woe to them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that can continue until night, till wine inflame them. Basically talking about the debauchery spirit. Verse 12, the harp and the viol, and the tabret and the pipe and the wine are their feasts, but they regard not the work of the Lord, neither consider the operation of his hands. Verse 13, therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge, and our honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. And the precept to go with that is in Genesis, where it says the lion of Judah is crouched down. Maybe he's dried up, he's dehydrated, he has no more will to fight anymore.
And
that's why we went into captivity. We got weak, we stopped serving the Lord. He said the works of his hands, meaning what he did for you in the past, meaning Babylonian, Assyrian captivity, how we were saved out of that. We got out of those different predicaments, but you don't take into account of that. So that's why we messed up now.
Right back to the same, you know. And this is that's why the Lord called Israel hard-headed and stiff-necked, you know, because and I said this a while back, like Jake only learned from getting his ass getting fucked up, man. You can tell Jake over and over and over, but until you put that rod to him, then he ain't gonna get it. You know, he ain't gonna get it. And so that's the stage that the Lord put us in, that fucking us up stage. You know?
Baruch 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath.
The Lord loved Israel, man. He didn't put us in those different captivities so we could be destroyed. Even though that's what the other nations would have wanted, to destroy us off the face of the earth. Because if we not here, then that means they can get some shine. But as long as we here, we get the kingdom. We the children of the promise. We gonna keep these attributes that we have. You know, we gonna keep being the smartest, the fastest. We still gonna have them characteristics of the chosen people. You know, them other nations, they look at all they've done now to try to keep us off of to try to wipe us off. You know, the drugs, you know, infiltrating the gangs, introducing you know, these different wicked lifestyles, LGBT. That's population control. Planned Parenthood. You know, all these different things to keep our numbers low. And all that to keep our numbers low. And if the Lord wouldn't have had, you know, wouldn't have had to keep His word, they probably would have. By all the things they've done, all the massacres that took place on our people, still to this day.
This is Lamentations 3:22. It is of Yahweh's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassion fail not.
That's right. He made a promise to our forefather, and the Lord is a man of His word, man. You know, he shall not lie. So, Esau still to this day is trying to accomplish a task that's not going to be accomplished. What did the Lord tell him? If he could measure the height of heaven and the depths of the ocean,
Jeremiah 33.
I got you. You got it? Yeah.
Jeremiah 31 and 35. Thus saith Yahweh, giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts is His name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord Yahweh, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh.
And that's like a prank. Like the Most High pulling a prank on them, man. You're not gonna be able to measure that out for us to not be a nation. So that's you chasing your tail on that, Esau. But that's how much hatred he has and how much he envies us as a people. You know, they make the whole world to think that we're nothing, we're this, we're that, but the whole time they tanning. You know, the whole time they whipping and they want to be us.
It's cynical.
You know,
That's very cynical for a group of people who hate you to the core, but like behind the closed doors, they're imitating everything about you. That's
yeah.
That's a sick.
And they are, man. They are.
Like they all, you see, like they all get on these like TikToks and do all rap dance to rap songs and sing lyrics and say nigga, but like George Floyd, they would never let a nigga like that in his house.
Right.
Or when you walking by, George Floyd walking by, they exactly what they love is George Floyd.
Yeah.
It's funny.
They really say all these things. Go back to Africa and all this stuff, but why it's so hard for you to let it go there? Really, you know it's prophecy, but you wouldn't anyway. He wouldn't do it because they can't live without us. They hate us, but they can't live without us. Nothing will work here. The system will fail. It's failing already anyway, but how much more if the Israelites left out of this place? Or if we look at all the times we tried to do our own thing and be away from them. They can't take it.
This is linebacking about how like pretty much they need us to keep this society running. All right, this is Matthew 5:13. All right, and the point is the first part. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men.
And you have these niggas like Candace Owens. She's an unsalty motherfucker. Yeah, with the ER. She's unsalty. She's good for nothing. Anytime you get up on a platform and down your people for some little ass breadcrumbs from the devil, like you're unsalty. You lost your savor. you ain't no good to us, man. You ain't no good to the Lord. You know, all these other so-called leaders that they put up. All these so-called leaders that they put up and make you think that they're for you. Like I tell my son, anything that Sleazy E's pushing, say no. You know that it's opposite. Do the opposite. Go the opposite way. You know? Because what good has he pushed out ever? Nothing but bullshit. You know? You got some more in there?
No, it was a different precept.
Finish. Did you finish that book?
Oh,
There's a little bit more in there.
Relax that book. Slocking.
You grab your precept that you had.
All right, this is Jeremiah 51:19.
Yep.
The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the right of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name.
Yeah. Jacob is the former of all things, man. All the inventions came out of the Israelites, man. You know? But what just so happened, being a slave, you can't own anything. Yeah, you can't have a patent. So guess who that went to? The slave owner. You know? So what would this place be without Jake? What would the world be without Jake?
It won't be a world.
It won't be a world.
Because the scriptures say the world was made for us.
For our sakes, man. So no matter how they try to demonize us and degrade us, put us down, make the rest of the world look at us in a certain light, we always have the ability to change people's perspective on us when they meet us for themselves, man. You know, you meet people in other nations or whatever, you know, through military and stuff like that, and they'll ask you. If you a Jake, they'll ask you, what are you doing? Why are you here, man? I beef ain't with y'all. And then that's how you start talking and build up a rapport with people, and you feel, you know, damn, they right. They tell, damn, why I never knew this? Why, you know, and the Lord will send you little coins like that, little jewels and gems like that, so tokens. You can, you know, little tokens towards your, you know, on your journey waking up. You know, but you know, it's now you see it more than ever. Mm-hmm. These Edomite children, man, they getting put the fuck out because they refuse to look at us the same way their parents did and their forefathers did. You know, they not with that. But the scriptures tell you they shall complain of ungodly fathers,
and they shall seek to please the poor.
And that's what they, man. These prophecies is they don't lie, man. They don't lie. Like, it's happening right before our eyes, man.
Luke 4:6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the nations.
Right. If we would have never started worshiping false idols, trying to be like the fucking heathen, I don't know any kid that grew up in Silicon Valley or any person that's born with a silver spoon that say, no, I want to be broke and poor, and I want to be homeless, and I want to be in the hood with all the. I mean, they'll come, but they don't want that lifestyle permanently. You know, they want to know what it's like. But no one would trade, you know, a silver spoon for a damn hand and drinking water out the damn with your hand. Nobody would do that, but that's what Israel did. When you look at the history of them going from the living power to trying to worship idols like fucking heathens, man. You still got some more there?
That Baruch 4:6. It's Baruch 4:6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
The Lord did that. People want, Daniel Tosh had a little stand-up special, and he was saying, you know, he was joking or whatever, but he was saying, like, you gotta kind of think, it's pretty cool though, that we were able to get these people into slavery.
So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat considering that they could have just beat our ass and ran the fuck away.
And he said it's neat because we better than them in everything, man. He said it out of his own
he
mouth.
said it out of his own mouth. They better than us in everything. They could have easily just beat our ass and ran off. You know, but it was because the Lord put us in that situation. The Lord, you know, had a lot of our men docile and you know, afraid of the unknown. Like, okay, if I run away, like, what's then what? You know, it's the Lord that had that spirit on our people, man, to be able to go into captivity.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh.
Trying to be like the fucking heathen, man. Trying to be like the heathen. They everywhere you see around here, you see statues and bullshit. That's what they worship. They had to make gods because we had to live in power. Like how slow do you gotta be to imitate people that's imitating you? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's our people, man. That's that hard head and that stiff neck shit. You know, Jake don't get it. So the Lord gotta put that foot on your ass, man. But it's all working to good. I mean, it's all working together for the good of the prophecies and for us to know both sides, righteous and wickedness. Because to be a great ruler and a great judge, you have to know both. You have to know both sides that you're dealing with.
And it says, for ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you.
Yes. Oh man, our people really have forgot Yahweh, man. They don't credit him. They credit